You inhibit that process when you're not eating right. And so that's why you feel sick, you feel groggy, you're overweight, you might be subject to, if you don't already have some kind of chronic illness, is because you have not been eating alkaline foods. You've been eating mostly acid foods. Now, as I've said before in the past, this is not something that you've probably purposely done. You've been trained a certain way because by habit, by what your parents have done in the past. And so you've taken on, their habitual norms of eating. And so this is the result. If mom got cancer, well, most likely you will get cancer too if you continue to eat the same foods that she ate. If dad got diabetes, well, most likely you're going to get it too if you continue eating the same foods that dad ate. If your dad or your grandmother had heart disease, well, most likely you're going to get heart disease too because she passed on the same diet to mom and mom passed it on to you. And basically, yes, you are in a category where you are most likely going to get heart disease because you're eating the same foods. And those foods were probably acidic. Okay? So with this program, what you're learning is not only how to eat right, but why. Why, the big why, you have to eat this way. One of the sciences is the pH. The pH has to do with the oxygen. The higher the pH in the food, the greater oxygen gets to the cell, the more healthier you're going to be. That's what it's all about, and that's where you want to be. And that's, again, what you're doing in this raw food challenge is the most awesome thing you could ever do for yourself. This is the true riches in life. It's being healthy. It's not how much money you make, it's how well you take care of yourself. Okay? In the 21st century, sadly, in Europe and the United States, most people are acidic, point blank, and that's why we're so sick. It's because we do not have the science. All right. The factors that revolve around a person being acidic is stress. Stress causes an acidic environment. Mia, who is actually running the 30-day challenge, is putting out some information about being positive versus being negative. Do you know that a person that's positive and dwells in an atmosphere where they're optimistic is creating a more alkaline environment just on a mental level and a spiritual level than someone who's always depressed and complaining about something? They're creating an acidic environment in the body. Okay. Toxins are another aspect or sign of an acidic environment in the body. Parasites, okay, and then the food that we eat. So let's now look at some of the foods that we eat that cause this acidic environment in the body. Okay, junk food. How many of you are eating junk food at the liquor store, at the convenience store? Processed foods, sugar, animal food, meat, eggs, chicken, fish, lobster, oysters, all acidic. And remember, these particular foods, they have no fiber in them. And fiber is what causes you to be able to push the food, your body to be able to push the food through the intestinal tract, okay, and have smooth bowels. If you're constipated, that's a sign of an acidic environment, okay, as well. Grains, too much grains in the diet is also can be very acidic for you. Wheat, rice, pasta, flour, bread, etc. Okay. Some fruits are acidic, and we'll get into that. Dairy products. Okay. When we who are vegans, we usually term any type of milk product, cheese product, butter products, these are all forms of liquid meat. Okay, this too is on the acidic list. Okay, you don't want to be taking in a lot of this. If you have in the past, you want to definitely minimize it and then get to the place where you stop it altogether, because your body was not designed to subsist on meat products. Very, very acidic. Bad fats. All right. And when we talk about bad fats, what we're talking about is fats that you find in a Wesson oil, Crisco oil, or the little lard that you have on the on the in the little cup thing on your you know how we are as black folks, we put the lard right up there on top of the stove there, and we use it to make bacon and hamburgers. You know what I'm talking about. That's the bad fat. Okay, that's fat that's been taken from another source. It's been stored away or processed and then given back to us to eat as food or in our food or to make for cooking. Okay, this is the bad fat. This is what they call the saturated fat. What you want is the essential fatty acids, essential fats that actually support the system rather than bring it down. Just like you have acid fruits. They're acid fruits, but when you eat them, they have an alkaline ash when they're broken down, and that's what you want. Because the alkaline ash brings in, it helps the vitamins, it helps the enzymes, it helps the minerals to do their job, because they're bringing in an environment where oxygen is brought into the cell, and then these different components of nutrients can do their job to keep you healthy. Okay. Peanuts and cashews are also on the acidic list. Now I don't know how they range on the acidic list, but with any type of nut, you always want to keep it at a minimal. Because remember, for my diet, I eat a 80 to 20% raw versus cooked, or we could say alkaline versus acid food regime. All right, but my acidic food is all from nature. Okay, which means I'm getting it from a plant source. All right, so so that is the acidic list in basic in general, and you can check in your refrigerator, your cupboards, your pantry if you are consuming some of these foods. The alkaline food list is very simple. You've been on it in this regime. Vegetables, especially raw greens, leafy vegetables, fresh herbs and spices, parsley, basil, cilantro to give you an example, cayenne, ginger, very high alkaline and very healthy for you. Fruits, watermelon, avocados, cucumbers, young coconuts, wheatgrass, sprouts, alfalfa, mung bean, broccoli. Now, all what I just described to you is basically what I eat most of the time. A variation of these food sources is where I'm harnessing my food from in order to keep me healthy, and that's what I've been doing for the last 20 years. Okay, so and it definitely works, because again, when you're getting the oxygen into the system via the food that's alkaline, what are you creating? An alkaline environment. Well, the cells are being fed. That means they're keeping the tissue healthy, they're keeping the organ healthy, they're keeping the system healthy, they're keeping you healthy. And not only that, the benefit is this this diet, what it does is it slows the aging process down. So you age slowly, and not only are you adding years to your life, but you're adding a quality of years to your life. You're not walking into your 40s all broken down. You're walking in strong, just like you did 20 years ago. Okay? And the body will heal itself, because the body is self-healing. So when you go back to a more alkaline diet, your body will naturally heal itself. Your weight will drop. The pimples will go away. The aches and pains will subside. Your body will literally start to heal itself. But you got to be consistent. Only you can make the decision to want to give yourself the very best. So that is basically, in a nutshell, what I wanted to bring to you today. Some of these things I've showed you video, or actually I've showed you some clips on this video, so you can go back and take down some notes for yourself. You can also go, I'll also give you a list of websites that you can look at as well that kind of go over acid versus alkaline, and then more of a definition for you that you can see it, on paper or actually on the computer. So again, thank you for joining for this segment of Raw 101. I want to continue to encourage you to strive to get through this this portion of your life doing this raw food challenge. So make the best of it. Strive to give it your all, and it's only a moment of time. And as you do that, continue to study, because the more you study, the more it increases your desire to do and eat the right thing. And that's what I want you to do at the end of this video. I want you to go and eat the right thing.